What you get?
Yo, what's up? Welcome to BLAHAMEDIA. I'm Bill Sheeb. This is Scooter, Dom, and John, 3/5 of the band Atlas Uncharted. This interview is mainly going to focus on their new album coming out on October 14th, titled Almost and Always. It's out for pre-order right now, so you can get it if you want to on iTunes. Is it anywhere else?
Just iTunes right now.
Are you okay with that? Is it going to be on Spotify?
It's going to be on everything on Friday.
Everything.
Yeah.
On
Everywhere.
Friday, okay. All right, cool. We just blasted right through that. All right, we're done. All right. You guys all lean back, like, thank God. Like, so Almost and Always. This will be your guys' second release of a collection of songs, correct?
Correct.
You guys had an EP back in 2014.
Yes.
So how is this going to be different from the EP, or is it you guys going for the same feel, where you're mixing it up a little bit?
I think that compared to the EP, we were really finding our sound and who we were. And I feel, at that time we came up with a good sound, but now it's escalated. Like, we really honed in our sound, and I feel that this album, you'll definitely hear a big difference.
For sure.
A lot of growth.
Yeah, growth, maturity.
It's just the whole album has beards.
Yes.
It
Yeah.
comes with a beard.
Yeah.
Like, a beard already in it.
Pre-order now, you get a free beard.
Yeah, a girl just one day wakes up just like, she's like, fuck.
Thanks.
I always wanted this, but not really.
All right, so what was the key inspiration behind this album, being that it's your first full-length LP? That had to be kind of intimidating.
Yeah, we just kind of...
You were like, it's time.
Yeah, pretty much. We just wanted to actually put something
I feel,
new.
obviously, there comes a point where you need to write new material, and there were some delays on the release, but in the same sense, as soon as we got out of the studio for our first EP, we were like already talking about writing new material.
Oh, that's
so it was just like keeping the train coming and keeping that ball rolling and not really losing momentum. However, it did take some time.
Yeah.
And ultimately, though, I feel that it was worth it because we were able to go back and, listen freshly, after a couple months and look, okay, I want to change this and I want to do something different, or why didn't we do this? And
Exactly.
we can go back and we can rework it.
Right, like the delay that we had was almost a blessing in disguise because it gave us more time to, critique and
That's true. Yeah.
fix some hiccups that we weren't 100% okay with. So.
And it gave us time away from it to where we can just set it on the back burner, play our stuff that we already have, and then come back to it again with a clean slate. And then listening to it again, it's okay, I still really like this, and all right, I really want to change this. And so we had that opportunity to do that. So again, like Johnny said, it was a blessing in disguise.
What was the, because I know that it took a while, what was the main problem? Because you guys recorded in Columbus?
Yeah.
In Columbus, okay. So what was the main hang-up with the album then?
Miscommunication.
Oh, okay.
Miscommunication.
I forgot what I was going to ask about the, I'm great. I'm just a boy trying his best. I had dreams. I was supposed to be in New York doing ballet. I'm sitting here in a basement.
It's a fine basement, though.
So, considering that you guys said there was a miscommunication, what was the process like for making this album? Like, what were the highs and the lows, and how did it turn out the way it did?
I feel like a lot of it really came naturally. I feel that there were certain times that it came, time where it came a little bit close to where we were going to the studio to record, and we still needed two.
We wrote 2 songs in the studio.
Oh, that's super funny.
So, I think a lot of it too, we were just trying to push to get in the studio again.
Exactly.
And it also happens, we're friends with the owner. So, every time we go down there, it's we have a great time, man. Write music and, jam and all that stuff. And
Yeah,
so
it's
it's just
super stressful.
no.
Yeah, I'd say probably the biggest high is just getting away. It's almost therapeutic. Just getting away from your everyday life, just focusing on, you know, the thing we have a passion for, just trying to make a good product. I guess that's probably, I would say that's probably the best part about the whole process.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think it's super interesting. It's like a vacation.
Yeah, almost.
Yeah.
That's super cool. Yeah, because when I heard that you guys were in Columbus, just chilling, making music, I was like, okay, so I saw I listened to the 2 singles that came out, Carousels and Wanderer. What was the motivation behind those 2 as the single? Because wait, how many tracks are on the album?
There's a total of 8.
8? Cool. Okay, so out of those 8, how did you choose those 2 out of the 2 singles to be the 2 singles for the?
Well, Carousels, that was a no-brainer. It's
yeah.
With emotions from head and heart. Do you really wanna go
What's funny, I when we were in the studio, I hated that chorus.
Oh, really?
I hate I actually did it on accident, and the producer was like, "That's it right there. Why don't you just keep that? I don't like it." And he's like, "Do it." All right, I did it again. I was like, all right, I guess it, you know. And then the more I heard her, yeah, it's catchy.
How was the falsetto for that? Did you always do falsetto, or was that like?
See, actually, they're like reading comments on some of like the old stuff, and like people even commenting on newer stuff, saying like, you know, what happened to the singer. I didn't do falsetto in the EP, maybe like one or two parts, but when I was younger, like my mid-teens, I like was hardcore, like obsessed with doing falsetto stuff.
Oh yeah.
And then I got older and I stopped doing it as much, and I listen to a lot of R&B, and there is one singer in particular that really kind of like kicked it back into gear for me, Eric Benet. And he's got a great chest voice, but his falsetto voice is just like amazing.
Oh, yeah.
And so I like started reintroducing it again, and I like high key put it on blast with this album. Like it's definitely a growth of me, and ultimately a collective like growth of us.
You know, speaking of Carousels and the fact that it was a great hit, that music video was bomb. How did that whole process go? How did that all start for you?
That was awesome.
Yeah, it was smooth. It was quick, smooth. I mean, Vince Lundy is he's got his craft down to a T.
No, yeah.
Yeah, he's wonderful to work with. Very, just very good. And he's got a great eye.
I think the whole thing took like what, 2 hours plus setup.
It was quick.
It
was quick.
Yeah.
I mean, granted, there really weren't all that many different, I guess like props or anything like that. I mean, there was, you know, a couple of scenes, but I mean, it was all pretty easily accessible and didn't cost a whole lot of money.
Yeah, it's true. Was that filmed like in Cleveland? Or what was that?
Yeah.
That's what I figured.
That was actually filmed in a studio a block from the place we shot our last video.
Yeah,
It's really funny.
Yeah.
That's super funny.
Yeah.
It literally was the building like
Right next to
Yeah.
it. we were like, I remember driving up, we're like, I really hope that it's not the same exact room, because if it's the same exact room, then we're going to have to do something different.
Yeah, exactly. More spins.
Right. That's it. Scoots.
Carousels.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, so then what was the motivation behind Wanderer?
Wanderer was actually not even supposed to be on the album. Me and Chris got together one night and we were like, let's write a heavy song. We just wanted to write a really heavy song. And we put it on the back burner, and we brought it up to for like a long time, like 6 months.
Yeah.
And we got to the studio and we're like, we need another song. And so we were showing Nick like our bank of like extra songs for the record. And he's like, dude, this one fucking kicks ass.
Yeah, and we actually, the original track it sounded completely different. We reworked it a lot.
The whole chorus is different. I mean, pretty much just the.
I think maybe only one verse It was like the same.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so we reworked that bad boy completely.
So you guys
almost.
love it now then?
Oh yeah.
Mhm. Yeah.
That'd be weird if you
And
wrote it.
also, I think with how we released them too, we wanted to release something catchy, but yet still had like the AU feel to it.
Mm-hmm.
And then I think a lot of people think that we like are going light, which isn't like the case.
Right.
So we wanted to come in with something like in your face, heavy, like very aggressive, and it's a really aggressive song.
It's not the only one. By the way.
Yeah,
Oh, that's super cool. That is actually really cool. I didn't even think about that. The yin and the yang.
right.
There's two sides, bro.
That's right. Well, that's
pillow talk. And,
that's the essence of AU.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, just sexy pillow talk, and then don't do
then
that.
Baseball bat to the face.
So you guys' album's called Almost and Always. What is the theme behind that? What is the theme behind that?
Well, I think it's a representation of us and Cleveland in a whole, because Cleveland really I mean, if you look at our like music scene, and I mean even our sports teams especially,
Finally.
like almost there, but like unfortunately always fail.
Mm-hmm.
And want to shed light onto that and say like you're not always going to fail. And I feel like it really fit well with just us in Cleveland, and we're representing our hometown, and finally winning. And
Did you just get
In
goosebumps?
essence.
I think you.
Hit me right in the feels.
Kyrie is just dancing in your heart with the Running Man challenge. She's just getting it.
That was a really good description of it.
That-
I wasn't sure what you were gonna say there.
Yeah, that was actually really well worded.
just hey,
Yeah.
good for you, man. Okay, so out of 8 songs from each of you, which one is probably your favorite and why? Which song? Sorry, which song is probably your favorite?
Mine is definitely Myself Again. I think, I don't know, it just gets me super amped. I
like
think
the name.
everyone's gonna like that one a lot.
Mine is The Revivalist for sure. That's more of that one's kind of different for the whole album. It's kind of more of like a rock jammy
Yeah.
song.
Yeah,
Less
there's really-
metal, less poppy, more just like rock and roll. I would,
There's really not much of like an R&B influence. There's more of a hip hop influence into
Oh, that's
that
really
one. Just a tad bit. Or I don't want to say I spit bars, but
But let's just say like the floor was on fire. We actually got sued, and this was our last performance. We're going to jail on Saturday. So see you in 5 to 8 years.
I would say mine would be I'm No Saint.
These are great names for track, by the way. These are really great names for track.
I think it's super catchy. It's got just like a right amount of sexy to it, and it's got a nice touch of heavy to it. So it's got the best of both worlds.
Mm-hmm. I'm super stoked for this album. I'm not lying to you at all. Yeah, I have
we're
no
stoked
money.
I'm
to
stoked to drop
finally
it.
put new
Finally-
music out.
Yeah.
Finally
This is
release
3
it.
years later.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah, I think you were in the bathroom when I was explaining that I listened to the EP because I was like, I was like, it's probably familiar with who I'm talking to. And like, yeah, like, I mean, the whole album I was losing my mind. I mean, the whole EP I was losing my mind. But like, Lion's Pride, which was the first one I listened to, lost me. Alone in my bedroom, it was kind of sad. Just like, I'm gonna die alone. All right, and then for the last question, why should people buy your album? That sounded condescending. For the last question, why you?
If you liked what we released before, this is like a cultivation of, this is a culmination. Rickyism. God bless America. It's an obsolete triangle, fam.
What, it don't matter?
This is a culmination of like everything that we wanted to do on the EP times 10.
Yeah.
Okay. That's cool.
And I think we took a little bit more risk. We took a few more risks, rather. You know, there's an R&B track on there.
Mm-hmm. Oh, wow.
And, you know, coming from, like, a band point of view, like, especially a metal band, dropping an R&B track, you know, midway, or actually, it's at the end. It's the end.
It's track 7.
So it's like, you know, it's second to last song, especially for bands that are local or Cleveland or here Cleveland, like two different genres in one. That's it's kind of neat to do.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I was reading an article on like you guys, 'cause, you know, and it was really cool how much they were like because I know almost nothing about this realm of music, so but like they were wording it like it was so cool and genuine and unique that it was like an R&B mix with metal.
Yeah.
That's super. I was like,
Is that a sound fiction?
I think so. I don't remember
Yeah,
which one I read actually.
They wrote us the best review.
Yeah, it was a really solid review.
cool. That wasn't
really
like
good.
bribed.
No, not at all. Like,
But you guys spent all your money on the house was just gummy bears.
yeah.
Just like please, it's just sliding, just gummy bears.
I actually
have
almost
a
brought in
taco.
some gummy bears. I have some sour gummy bears in the car.
Oh,
Let's
it's like let's get this
right.
shit over with.
We got gummy bears. Work.
We gotta get you the gummy bears.
All right, so thank you for tuning in and watching, and thank you to 3/5 of Atlas Uncharted for sitting with me and talking about weird stuff.
Thank you.
Truth.
I appreciate you guys endlessly.
Thank you for
Appreciate you.
having us.
Be sure to check out Almost and Always when it comes out on October 14th or whenever you're watching it now. And also, what else should they be sure to do? Like you on Facebook.
Follow us on Twitter,
Follow us on
Instagram, Facebook, Tumblr. We don't have a Tumblr.
Yeah, we do. Yeah, we do.
We have a Tumblr now.
Just informed. Brand new breaking news. Yeah, do all that stuff that Scooter said confidently. I'm so proud of you.
Truth.
Yeah.
Hey, you out.
That up. Hey, you and you just fade into nothing. Like, also, be sure to check out our other content on here. We do sketch comedy, games, vlogs, and this stuff. We also interview other bands, so check it out.
Stay true.
Bill Sheeb out.
Wait.
Just faded. All right, that's good.